This time last year, Ireland still had lockdowns, vaccine passports, and endless media coverage about COVID and vaccines. 1 year on, I greet the people of Wexford and ask them for their opinions on what has happened to lockdowns, to vaccine passports, and with the vaccines. And tell me, did you take any of the vaccines?
The first I took the vaccine and I took the extra one, but after that I wouldn't take them anymore.
Are you up to date with all your boosters and shots?
Yeah.
And did you have your all your shots?
I got the first vaccination purely because I wanted to travel.
Are you up to date on all your boosters and shots?
No.
You're not? Why not?
Well, I didn't get any of them.
And tell me this, you just don't believe in any of it, do you?
No.
Are you up to date with all your boosters and shots?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
I didn't really want to get the last couple, to be honest with you.
And did you get the first?
I did because I work in pharmacy and I kind of felt like I had to.
What do you think about the whole COVID thing?
I don't believe in it at all. It's the biggest hoax going. Never did from the start.
And did you take, are you up to date on all your boosters?
No, I didn't take nothing. I wouldn't take nothing.
What do you think about COVID?
Well, initially I thought it was a conspiracy and I didn't really believe in it. But a couple of weeks ago I caught it myself and I was very, very ill. So it is out there.
If there were more vaccines coming out in the future, would you take them?
It depends now, to be honest. It's just because we don't really know what's in them. So I myself might wait a bit just to see if anyone else has a reaction to it and then get it myself. But
so you let them be the guinea pig?
not necessarily, no.
Vaccines, well, in relation to COVID, I still think it's a government thing. I think it's something that was spread solely maybe to kill off old people or something like that. I think it's a conspiracy.
I haven't caught COVID yet and I haven't been vaccinated, so obviously I could be overly optimistic about it because you can still catch it, but it's a bit strange. I mean, I suppose they were trying to be preventative, but anyway, the disease is real, but the reason is very ambiguous.
And I do think it was made in a lab. I do not think it was naturally occurring or anything like that. I think it was probably some biological warfare and they decided to test it to see if it was going to work.
Would you be in favour of bringing in some kind of vaccine passports in the future?
No, I don't think they're needed, personally, but I don't think they're needed anyway, no.
What about lockdowns? Would you be in favour of bringing in lockdowns in the future?
No, I wouldn't, no.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%. Don't want any more lockdowns.
What did you think of the lockdowns?
Oh, it was horrendous, but I went everywhere. We went for dinner, we went everywhere. I didn't obey nothing. I enjoyed the time. Never wore a mask, never washed my hands, never done nothing.
And would you agree with more lockdowns in the future?
You wouldn't. I won't be able to complain to it anyway because I don't believe in it.
And now, if the government came out with a new campaign for a new round of shots, would you take in?
You would not take nothing.
What did you think about the lockdowns?
They didn't work. They've been proven before and prior times they've done it. They don't work.
And you wouldn't be in favour then of having more?
God, no. God, no.
Would you be in favour of having more lockdowns in the future?
No, I don't think that would be helpful very much.
It's just like a control thing.
Yeah, you think that the whole vaccine passport thing is really about control, it's not really about health?
No, I wouldn't think so.
Now, look, this time last year, excess deaths were running at about 5%. At the moment, they're running at 17%, okay? So there's more people dying now than there was at any time during the lockdowns or the pandemic, and the media isn't reporting on it. So what do you think about that?
I didn't know about that myself now, to be honest.
The thing is, this time last year we were still more or less in lockdown. We had to have vaccine passports to get into restaurants and stuff like that. And now that's magically gone a year later and nobody seems to mind. What do you think about, nearly about 85 to 90,000 people have entered the country this year. And none of them had to have any vaccine passports or any proof of vaccination and they're being allowed in. But this time last year we had to, just to go for a coffee, we had to show our proof of status. So what do you think about that?
I really resent it. I resent showing a passport. I mean, it to me, it reminded me of Nazis and the Holocaust and all of that, like wearing a star and saying you're a Jew. To me, it was like, how dare you ask me for a passport? Do you know what I mean? I didn't like it. I resented it. I mean, your freedom was harboured. You were prevented from going where you wanted to go. Now, I know they say everybody was in the same situation, but my friend didn't get it. and she has a child, and she was stopped taking her child to go and see Santa at Christmas time.
Around this time last year, excess deaths were running at about 5% or so but now they're running at about 17%. So there's more people dying now than there was this time last year. So what do you think about that?
Well, it's just scandalous what's going on, to be honest. They're murdering people and that's it now. Yeah. It's terrible, like. Every day there's someone dying. Yeah. Young players, soccer players, rugby players and everything. It's a shame what's happening, I'll be honest now.
Around this time last year, excess deaths were running at about 5%, but now they're running at 17% according to the latest figure. So there's more people dying now.
And there was prior to the vaccines, yeah.
Yeah. So and the media isn't reporting on it. So what do you think?
Yeah, no. Well, sure. Why would they be reporting on something they're still promoting?
Yeah. So what do you think might be the cause of all these excess deaths?
Well, there's not enough data at the moment, like, you know. But there should be a lot more research done into it. Obviously, there's something gone wrong somewhere, and it is since the vaccine. So you would imagine there's some link, wouldn't you?
It's possible. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Yeah. This time last year, there was excess deaths were running at about 5-6%. Now, at the moment, they're running at 16-17%, and maybe even going to get higher. So it seems that but the media aren't reporting on this. But 2 years ago, they were running non-stop, scaring people. But now there's more people dying, and there's less media coverage. So what do you think about that?
I think it's all sensationalism. I don't believe a word of it. I don't believe a single thing I see on the news anymore. I think they're limiting certain things, they're exaggerating other things, is to manipulate people. I mean, there's an agenda there.